Where do you shine the brightest? Your sun's house, where your sun shines the brightest. The sun represents your life purpose, vitality, and self expression. Its position in the natal chart will reveal the areas of your life where you are to live out the principles revealed by your sun, which represents the core of your identity. The house your sun occupies shows where you apply your power and authority, as well as where you display your gifts and talents. This is the area of life in which you take pride. You'll be involved in this part of your life and will use it intentionally, and it will be used sovereignly by the Lord's leading to fulfill your purpose. Through participating in the activities associated with this house, you will establish a clearer sense of selfhood, ego, and identity. It can give you clues to a natural vocation or calling. The house your sun occupies is generally the area of main focus for your life. The sun's house can also be an area you struggle in throughout your life. This struggle can be within yourself or with others. They challenge you and ultimately help strengthen and define your life. Sometimes those struggles can be likened to going to battle with the enemies of your soul that are trying to hold you back and obstruct your development in the sphere of experience associated with the sun's house. Because of this conflict, you feel you can do better than you already have done in this part of your life. There are 12 houses, and each one covers a unique aspect of life. The house position itself and its meaning always stays the same. However, the zodiac sign that occupies the house changes based on the time of birth and is different in each person's natal chart. With regards to your sun, the house it is in represents the area in your life where you can best express and radiate the purpose of your sun. The house is where the activity of your sun takes place. When you look to see what house your sun is in, you're looking at the area in your life where you will need to shine and develop your personality in order to fulfill your life's purpose. Following are descriptions of the expression of the sun in each of the 12 houses. When your sun shines in the first house, the house of life and individuality. The sun in the first house shines in the area of personality, appearance, and potential for individual power. This is where you express and apply your will, generally by yourself and for yourself. Your personality will be used and developed to fulfill your life's purpose. The first house deals with the personality, the self, appearance, beginnings, personal well-being, the body, first impressions, attitude, identity, inner motivation, and approach to life. The sun in the first house will dominate the entire chart since this is the house of self. It is the only house focused on your own identity. Focusing on self to improve your character traits as well as to survive is important. You need to rely on yourself to take care of yourself. This position carries with it great initiative and powers for leadership. You're creative and have a competitive spirit. You're motivated to be first and to win. You are ambitious and seek success. You need to feel you're a person of importance with a destination. You're not easily swayed by the opinion or desires of others and are determined to choose your own course in life. Both the first house and the sun deal with the self, so you should be aware of self-centered tendencies and try to counter them whenever possible. With the sun in the first house, you can be the life of the party. With all the effort you put into yourself, you have a lot to offer. The sun in the first house is asking you to find all the authentic ways to express your will through the qualities of the first house. You shine your light through your creative expression and application of your will through your individuality and personality. This is the sun in the first house. When your sun shines in the second house, the house of resources and values. The sun in the second house shines through your resources, including earned income, financial resources, movable possessions, self-worth, and work. Your resources will be used and developed to fulfill your life's purpose. The second house deals with resources, livelihood, money, work, earned income, concrete values, self-worth, priorities, movable possessions, your job, and work ethic. The sun in the second house gives important clues as to how you will acquire and utilize your resources. It indicates the need to learn the lessons of stewardship and the correct use of material resources as you express your individuality through them. You want the world to know of your success. You may show love to others by giving meaningful gifts. With your sun in the second house, financial and emotional security are important to you. Insecurity may make you possessive of what is yours. Leisurely pleasure is important to you, such as the enjoyment of rich, expensive food and glamorous surroundings. You will work hard to provide your ever-expanding needs and wants, and your efforts provide material results. You may or may not have a great deal of money or have an easy way to support yourself, but it is essential to use how and where you make your living to develop yourself. The sun in the second house encourages you to shine your light through constructive and beneficial ways to generate and use your resources. This is for the sun in the second house. When your sun shines in the third house, the house of communication and learning. The sun in the third house shines in intellectual capacity, education, and general spiritual knowledge. Your communication and intellect will be used and developed to fulfill your life purpose. The third house deals with the mind, thinking, early education, primary religious instruction, communication, speech, logic, brothers and sisters, near relatives, not parents, social and community activity, immediate environment, neighborhood interaction, and short-distance travel. The need to communicate is vital. You express your individuality through your ideas. You desire to make your mind work and attain knowledge. With your sun in the third house, there will be a powerful drive to achieve distinction through intellectual and mental accomplishments. If you did not get a sufficient level of education as a child, you will pursue it at some point in your life. You are creative with words. Great curiosity makes you eager to investigate new things. Both positive or negative interactions with siblings, especially the oldest, and neighbors will be emphasized. The sun in the third house is encouraging you to shine your light through your ability to express and communicate your ideas and knowledge. This is for the sun in the third house. When your sun shines in the fourth house, the house of home and foundation. The sun in the fourth house shines on the roots and ancestry of your family. A foundation based on home, family, and traditions will be used and developed to fulfill your purpose. Home and family are especially important to you. Your parents are a strong influence in your life, either positively or negatively. The fourth house deals with home, family, roots, parent, ancestors, heritage, early family foundation, self-care, domestic life, land, comfort, and security. With your sun in the fourth house, the first part of your life may be a struggle, followed by increasing prosperity and security later on in your life. Understanding the background of your relationship with parents, as well as your heritage, is essential for providing a foundation for your life. You are overly concerned with the past and need to develop an attitude that looks to the future. There is a need for safety and a strong interest in land, houses, and natural resources. You express your individuality in your home. The security of your home is important to you. You are creative with your home and family. You may work with your family or work at home. The sun in the fourth house encourages you to shine your light through establishing a secure home, foundation, and family. This is for the sun in the fourth house. When your sun shines in the fifth house, the house of will and creative expression. The sun shines brightly in the fifth house, as it is the natural house of the sun and the sign of Leo, which is associated with ego and creative expression. The expression of your will, your being, your creativity will be used and developed to fulfill the purpose of your life. The fifth house emphasizes your will, self-expression, fertility, children, joy, pleasure, romance, drama, a childlike spirit, games of chance, speculation, all places of enjoyment, entertainment, schools, sporting events, and creative talents and hobbies. The fifth house is the house of children, so your children will be at the forefront of your life, either positively or negatively. Parents need to be careful not to live their lives vicariously through their children. Your need for positive acknowledgement through love and your sexual interest can be high. You can be overly dramatic. You express your individuality in romantic and fun settings. You'll spend a good amount of time seeking pleasure. You have a sunny disposition and at times seem to be overly optimistic and naive. You're highly competitive and seek achievement in sports, music, theater, or other artistic pursuits. There's a great need to be reassured, noticed, appreciated, and admired. You can be the life of the party. The sun in the fifth house encourages you to shine your light through your love of life and a powerful desire toward creative self-expression. This is for the sun in the fifth house. When your sun shines in the sixth house, the house of service and discipline. The sun in the sixth house shines on the focus of your health, well-being, and your work habits. Your service to others and taking care of your health will be used and developed to fulfill the purpose of your life. The sixth house deals with disciplines such as health, fitness, diet, work habits, analysis, systems, organization, hobbies, small pets, sickness, injuries, sense of usefulness, and service given to others. With the sun in the sixth house, there may be a great concentration on ailments and concern about diets and health. You instinctively know how to take care of your health. You take pride in your work and your service. You are likely to be highly proficient and creative at what you do and how you do it, but at times it may be hard for your light to be seen. There is a sense of duty and routine, but if you do not receive outward appreciation for your work, it may lead you to being stuck in a rut or rebelling against your employer. Expressing your individuality at work and being of service to others in a positive way will bring satisfaction. The sun in the sixth house encourages you to shine your light through your work and service to others. This is for the sun in the sixth house. When your sun shines in the seventh house, the house of partnerships and marriage. The sun in the seventh house shines through close, personal, and one-on-one relationships with other people. Partnership and close relationships will be used and developed to fulfill your life purpose. The seventh house deals with committed relationships, partnerships, business relationships, legal contracts, equality, open enemies, and interpersonal style. Being with others is your main path toward the full realization of your potential, no matter how independent you try to be. Total commitment and attention to a partner can be of prime importance. With your sun in the seventh house, you are creative in partnerships and can attract strong, loyal, and capable close friends. This position supports popularity and self-confidence. You can be good at public relations, sales, and promotions. Marriage is important to you. You express your individuality with your partner. Keeping the balance between self and your partner will be essential, as the sun in the seventh house can either lose their identity in that of their partners or become disrespectful of the individual expression of others. The sun in the seventh house encourages you to shine your light through your close personal relationship with others. This is for the sun in the seventh house. When your sun shines in the eighth house, the house of death, transformation, and other people's money. The sun in the eighth house shines, though a bit darkly at times, through the purposeful force and the great emotional intensity of this house. The deeper mysteries of life, such as death, rebirth, and survival, are of interest and will be used and developed to fulfill your life's purpose, especially in your later years. It will be as you grow and change throughout your life. The eighth house deals with deep, life-changing experiences, death, inheritance, regeneration, secrets, deep spiritual insights, intuition, intimacy, shared finances, taxes, loans, investments, assets, taboo issues, other people's money, and partners' resources. Transformation is a major association with the eighth house. You may have experienced substantial losses in your life and survived many events that brought you to the edge of what you thought you could bear. These severe events transformed your life, and your survival made it necessary to grow in your self-knowledge, self-improvement, and inner strength, causing you to grow, develop, and eventually change. Through this knowledge, you can empower others to develop their talents and resources. You may be involved with other people's money and resources. You express your individuality through your ability to probe deeply into life's mysteries. There is a need to experience a deep level of spiritual reality that can lead to the awareness and knowledge of the reality of the one true God. The sun in the eighth house empowers you to shine your light through deep personal transformations and self-improvement. This is for the sun in the eighth house. When your sun shines in the ninth house. Ninth house, the house of higher knowledge and foreign places. The sun in the ninth house shines through what is far away, whether it be far away through physical travel, mental travel, or spiritual travel. The ninth house is traditionally the house of God. There is an interest in spiritual and religious pursuits and the will to search the realms of higher education, law, and philosophy for truth and higher knowledge. These will be used and developed to fulfill your life's purpose. The ninth house deals with wisdom, philosophy, spirituality, higher education, the legal system, law, religion, mystical matters, ideals, sleep, dreams, publishing and foreign places, cross-cultural relations, and long-distance travel. Intellectual growth for body, mind, and spirit are the emphasis of the ninth house. You are creative in exploring various philosophies. You express your individuality through your beliefs. You desire to be an authority in some aspect of higher knowledge. You have strong moral convictions which may become narrow-minded and bigoted. You are genuinely interested in the larger view of life and the laws and traditions governing it. Learning how to make your beliefs practical will empower you to develop your potential and make the most of the driving force of your sun. The sun in the ninth house encourages you to shine your light through dynamic interest in philosophy and spiritual beliefs. This is for the sun in the ninth house. When your sun shines in the 10th house. 10th house, the house of responsibility and public status. The sun in the 10th house shines by making its mark on the world. This is one of the strongest houses in the chart, second only to the first. You must establish yourself out in the world. Your profession and public persona will be used as a vehicle to develop and fulfill your purpose. The 10th house deals with career, social standing, status, authority, reputation, power, public roles, advancement, ambition, boss, long-term goals, aspirations, structure, public image, men, experts, and recognition. Worldly progress is of most importance to you and is a driving force in your life. Increased prestige and status bring additional responsibility. Many politicians and public figures have their sun in the 10th house. You are creative in your career. You conduct yourself in a dignified and distinguished manner. With your sun in the 10th house, you work hard to develop the necessary knowledge and skills to receive honor and recognition. You want to be a good example for others, and moral responsibility is important to you. You express your individuality from a position of power and have a strong will to succeed. You must shine your light in places and situations where it will be seen. You may not feel comfortable in the spotlight, but you will regret not living up to your potential. The sun in the 10th house encourages you to shine your light through your ambition to attain positions of power, responsibility, and authority. This is for the sun in the 10th house. When your sun shines in the 11th house. 11th house, the house of groups, friends, hopes. The sun in the 11th house shines through involvement in group activities, especially those with a humanitarian foundation. Your group associations and friendships will be used and developed to fulfill your purpose. The 11th house deals with friends, community, future, humanitarianism, social awareness, hopes, wishes, dreams, gifts, technology, allies, social groups, ideals, philanthropy, altruism, the unexpected, unique, different, friends, stepchildren, social life, clubs, and organizations. The sun in the 11th house is associated with prosperity that comes from connecting with others. This tells you there are beneficial connections for you to make and that you will be helped by friends with powerful influence. You can have many friends and be held in a high esteem. With your sun in the 11th house, you are creative in groups and can be a great source of inspiration to others. You have ambition to work with groups whose members share the same hopes and dreams. You express your individuality through group activities. You have a concern for all humanity and the suffering of the world. You have a sense of brotherhood, but close relationships are rare. You distance yourself from others to maintain independence as you focus on the whole of humanity, not the individual. The more you put yourself in the company of like-minded people, the faster you will travel on your route of your life's purpose. The sun in the 11th house encourages you to shine your light through your friends, associates, and groups. This is for the sun in the 11th house. When your sun shines in the 12th house. 12th house, the house of endings, seclusion, spirituality. The sun in the 12th house shines when you are alone in a peaceful and quiet place. Your will is directed toward exploring the depths of your mind and fantasy. Your spiritual sensitivity and self-sacrifice will be used and developed to fulfill your purpose. The 12th house deals with psychological strengths and weaknesses, spirituality, healing, endings, closure, old age, what's hidden, subconscious, sacrificial service, faith, limiting beliefs, behind the scenes, private life, institutions, hospitals, prisons, secrets, secret enemies, and self-undoing. This is the most withdrawn of all houses, and you will need to spend some time each day alone to recharge. The people whose sun falls in this house quietly show their creativity behind the scenes. You can be excessively shy, which can cause you to be lonely and estranged from normal contacts. Psychology and spiritual growth interest you, and you give serious thought to important life issues. An understanding of God and His comfort is developed and grown in the 12th house. You have special healing energy that becomes available only after you have been healed of your own deepest wounds. Through the sorrows of life, you learn, study, and understand how pain and suffering work, and you realize that your character has been strengthened. You want to help those who are struggling or have been bound in sorrows themselves. You express your individuality through service in large institutions such as hospitals, asylums, or places of spiritual or physical retreat. You often hide your talents and need someone else to promote them for you. You may unconsciously be your own worst enemy through self-sabotage. The sun in the 12th house encourages you to shine your light in the background through service and sacrifice to others. This is for the sun in the 12th house. This has been a description of all the 12 houses with the sun in each house. Hopefully you've learned a lot about yourself and where you are meant to shine in your life. If you'd like to learn more about yourself, please visit learningtobeyourself.com and take a look at the Sun Sign series, the Moon Sign series, and the Rising Sign series to learn more about yourself and your life's purpose. If you're not sure what these are in your life, you can request your own primary star pattern report on that site, learningtobeyourself.com. Please like and share and subscribe to be notified of new videos in this series. God bless you. To learn more about yourself and the components in your natal chart, check out our sun sign and moon sign teachings. Visit learningtobeyourself.com.